I want to say congratulations. A lot of people are really excited to see you back in vampire form. What makes your Dracula different than other on-screen adaptations that we've seen?
Well, I think it speaks to the tone of the movie. I was happy that this is a comedic horror film. It's comedy and horror. When you put those two together, those two elements, you get a really wild ride where you're laughing and then you're screaming, and it really knocks you around. And I had that experience when I saw American Werewolf in London for the first time as a teenager. And I always, when you can get hit that bullseye just right, it's so much fun. And I know I had a great actor, Nicholas Hoult, who's the star of the movie, and he has just impeccable comedic timing, but he can also be profoundly vulnerable. And so watching him, and I'm supporting him, I was able to fit into some of the pace that he was bringing to the movie. Plus, we had a great director in Chris McKay who kept us on point, hitting that bullseye, finding the balance between comedy and horror. With this Dracula, I was trying to fuse that which is scary and humorous, even at the same time in the line deliveries. It was just how you can be creepy and funny at the same time. That was the challenge.
Did you look towards any other depictions or any other on-screen films for inspiration to play your Dracula?
Just as a starting point, Dracula is a character that's been done many times. It's been done well a few times. I thought that Christopher Lee was always my favorite Dracula, but also Bela Lugosi and Frank Langella, Gary Oldman. But that was a starting point. The biggest influence, believe it or not, for me was my own father, August Coppola, because he always spoke with distinction. He was always very elegant and eloquent. He was always the smartest man of every room he walked in, and he knew, and he made sure we knew it. And I think Dracula, being around for so many years, would have some of that aura. And also, believe it or not, Mrs. Robinson, Anne Bancroft's performance in The Graduate, I thought was very seductive and Dracula-esque. So I was looking at how her manner of speaking, that sort of mid-Atlantic vocalization that both my father and Anne Bancroft had.
Very quickly, I wanted to ask, I know a lot of people had said that you stayed in character as Dracula on set.
I just don't have that recollection. I don't know why Chris said that. I had a lot of laughs in between takes with both Chris McKay and Nick Hoult, so maybe that was his experience, maybe because I still had the fangs in my mouth and it made me speak a certain way, but no, that wasn't my experience.
It just so happened to be that other people, you were so convincing that people just bought it, even when you weren't on set.
Maybe, or maybe it sounds good, or maybe it's good clickbait, or it's a fun story, but that wasn't what I recalled.